ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North and South American Taika Tournament Losers Bracket Grand Finals between RJ and Chibamasu. Yeah, it's Seed 3 versus Seed 4. Fighting to see who's going to be waiting, fighting to see who's going to be playing, not waiting, against Kimura tomorrow. At the same time, my name is Luminite. I'm alone here in the losers, in the commentary booth, which is totally okay. I will be chiming in every now and again. You know, you guys are a very calm commentator most of the time, unless it gets really hype. Which, you know, there is much potential for this to be hype. So, exciting times ahead. Closely seeded players fighting to see who's gonna be against the first seed tomorrow, or Pazmata. We're gonna, and if your ears do not deceive you, we have the legendary Ricky Bobby as a warm-up for Chiba. Hoping the referee knows it's good to go. We're all good now. Might send an additional poke. Alright, we're good. So we have the legendary Ricky Bobby as a warm-up for Chiba. Chiba picking a Chilean mapper warm-up as a Chile player. Even more relevant now that we are transitioning into the time that we are getting ready for TWT 2025. Exciting times ahead all over the place. So this is going to be a really interesting match. RJ and Chiba are they're similar in some respects and also very different in others. I think it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what goes on between these two players and how the picks are going to go, because for this edition of NSATT, no bans are allowed in the grand finals. So if everything is available to pick, the only thing that rolls the tournament is which player is going to be picking the first map. So it's going to be really interesting to see who wins the role, which strategy to decide to implement. RJ, as he said on stream before, is a big fan of banning second. I'm sorry, banning first and picking second. So we might be able to see that, but I'm wondering if the fact that no bans are allowed is going to throw a bit of a wrench into anyone's plans or into anyone's general strategy. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes down between these two players. But again, they're evenly matched. They are similar in some respects. Chibamasu is a really good, well-rounded player. RJ is really well-rounded as well. However, he does definitely have a strength in hidden and a weakness in hard rock, especially when we get into, you know, this level of hard rock technicality, whether it be the accuracy part of hard rock or whether it be reading the higher BPMs of hard rock. So I'm not entirely sure how much better Chibamasu is better than RJ on those things, but I do know that RJ has that slight weakness. That being said, he still is a United States World Cup player. Very likely he will be making the team again. Probably will be having some World Cup tidbits here and there. Chiba's screen was briefly an OC Direct for some reason. Sound Voltex warm-up coming from RJ. RJ, a very well-seasoned on Geki player, for those of you in the audience who play on Geki. I myself am more of a Sound Voltex or UB kind of guy. We're here for Tycho. Chiba nailing this map. I wonder if this is a sight read or not, if this is a well-known map. Uone being a good Japanese map is maybe well-known, but who knows? Chiba is the kind of guy that is able to, or the kind of person that is able to sight read amazing things. If this is a side read, if this is not, it's still an impressive play. Look at that 99.7 accuracy. We also have a bit of a battle of the play styles here. RJ is a KDDK player, pretty heavily alts. Chibamasu being a DDKK player, for Bongo player. So it's interesting also to see how that's going to play into the match. Chiba being the only person to miss on this one, it seems. Or never mind, RJ also might have missed at the beginning, and I may have forgotten. All right, with that being said, we're moving straight on to the match itself. So there's no bans, as I said earlier. So we are rolling to see who wants to pick first or who wants to pick second. And that's really going to be the only strategy that either player can incorporate into this grand finals match. And it's going to be exciting to see what comes out of that. Chiba with a 95 roll, RJ with 10. So Chiba will be deciding whether he wants to pick first or second. Alright, Chiba's gonna opt to pick first. So RJ's gonna get the second pick, which I guess would have also been RJ's strategy to begin with. He's often someone that actually picks second and decides to ban first. So with that option out of the way, I think this is exactly the way RJ would have gone, even if he did win the warm-up or the roll, which might be a good thing for him. So let's see what Chiba wants to start the match with. I mean, really, close-seated opponents like this, the map you want to start it off with is really going to set a tone for the rest of the match going forward. So where's Chiba going to go? I assume he's going to go into Hard Rock or Hidden Hard Rock if he wants to pick something that's an RJ weakness. If he wants to be something that he plays into, you know, it could honestly be the exact same picks. You know, Chiba's a very well-rounded player. I would not expect him to really shy away from any of these picks. Maybe the no mods actually might be riskier for him, given that they're playing on a more level playing field, and mods are not of a concern, obviously. So we're just gonna have to see. All right, we're starting off with Hidden 1 right off the bat. This is a blue pick. Let me fix that on the client real quick. There we go. Loopder. I don't really know how to correctly pronounce this. Mapped by the referee of this Hyven 111. It's got our higher SV for Hidden 256. It's got some technicality as well. It's not simple from a mechanical aspect. And it's got some difficult SVs, and it's got a pretty lengthy technical slow section. RJ already finding some misses here right off the bat. Chiba only now breaking this double S. Yeah, as we head into the sound check, we're going to experience that slower mechanical portion of the map. RJ finding some misses there. Chiba really holding on to a fantastic accuracy on merging words together as we get into the end of the section. Really not a obstacle for him at all. With a comfortable 70,000 point lead, this might be a good point for Chiba to start off the match with. It's going to be, the pressure is going to flip-flop back and forth on the players, but right now it's going to be on RJ to make sure he responds with a pick. A fantastic play from Chiba, 12 100s, many of which were not in the hardest to read section of the map. So lots to be in awe of there. RJ struggling a little bit more, but still with high accuracy with respect to the fact that he missed 8 times. Only 6 more 100s than Chiba. So really interesting to see that. Hidden is RJ's mod, so that might be a little bit of a hit to him going forward. But we'll just have to see what RJ responds with. He's going to respond with no mod 3. It's going to be our speed map, 310 BPM. A swift response as well. It didn't take too long to think about that one. All right, here we go. 310 BPM, not entirely too long of a map. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So it is a bit straining, but there are also quite a few moments of break or lighter density in the map that definitely balance out that higher BPM of 310. RJ going to be the first one to find a miss. If you're going to miss, though, you definitely want to be at the beginning and not at the middle of the map. So it's going to lead to a bit of a deficit. He's finding some more misses, so that deficit is going to get a little bit bigger in the favor of Chiba. Already piling about a 25,000 point lead. RJ really stabilizing now, climbing back up to that combo cap at 96% accuracy. Chiba at 98.5%, but he has no misses. RJ, oh, here comes some misses from Chiba. That's gonna definitely give RJ some leeway in getting some of that lead back, bring it back a little bit. Now we're under 20,000. There's still some time for, as Chiba finds more misses, even more time for RJ to get a lead on him, especially as Chiba's accuracy is near RJ now. RJ has a combo advantage, especially as we head into a Ki section here. Very short Ki. 2/3 of the way through the map. These players are separated by 3,000 points. Chiba's still not at the combo cap. That might be enough to give RJ the lead. With enough time, we're down to 1,300, 1,200 points. One final section to go here. This is going to be a close point. Oh, RJ missing on that stream. Chiba not missing on that one. That might be enough for this point. You have to see exactly what happens here. RJ missing again. Chiba holding completely strong. Finding some misses in this last section here. Both players holding strong through those last bursts. RJ finding a miss on the very last second, though. So Chiba's going to get his first break point on RJ. We're at 0-2 here. Was not an easy pick for either player, but Chiba really stabilizing in the latter half of the map. RJ actually doing the opposite. Really held strong for the first half and then sort of found a decent amount of misses towards the end. That was enough to give it to Chiba. Got really close there in the middle, though. So it's going to be Chiba's pick, Chiba's pressure to capitalize on that, bring this to a 0-3. Where is he going to go next is the question. No bans. Everything is up for grabs here. I expect to see Chiba pulling out the hidden hard rock at some point. But he's going to go with the gimmick for this week, which is a ridiculously hard map. I do know that RJ definitely has his skill set in gimmick. He is definitely not someone to shy away from learning how to play the gimmick. So this is an interesting pick. The question is, which player... Well, okay, the question may be answered with RJ saying, I'm so cooked. For those of you that were not here with us during the showcase for the grand finals, this is a really a wonderful, like, what do they say? A nice, like, boat, like a ribbon, or like a tie it together with a ribbon or a knot or whatever. I forget the saying. But this gimmick includes every gimmick we've had in NSATT. It has every single one. It has bar lines. It has distraction gimmicks. Yeah, it's everything except for the semifinals round, which was, you know, the semifinals round. But it's also, you know, mechanically difficult, which is evident by its 7.2 star rating. So this is a pretty difficult gimmick map. RJ, the first one to find a miss, but it's a pretty small miss, still maintaining a decent amount of accuracy, but it's not really rivaling Chiba's as he finds more misses. Chiba rocking this at 99.8 so far. Chiba may have really come prepared for this match. Oh, Chiba the only one missing during the inverted barline section. How much leeway is that going to give RJ? We're going to find out here. His accuracy is so high. Will that give any leeway to RJ? It's both players missing there on that part. RJ finding some more misses here as we head into a barline and repetition gimmick here. Here we go, the slider gimmick with the slider distraction. The part that absolutely hurts my eyes. Chiba nailing the hardest part of the map. Not a single miss. Almost perfect accuracy on it as well. An insane play from Chiba on this week's gimmick. Wow. Chiba also saying he's FC'd this before. Wow. I mean, what a statement there. Absolutely crazy play from Chiba on this week's gimmick. It is back to RJ's pick. Pressure is increasing here. Chiba is also participating in EGTS. So he has two pools to practice. That makes the feats that Chiba accomplishes in this tournament, as well as whatever they accomplish in EGTS, that much more impressive. The stamina to practice two tournament pools, both of which are extremely difficult. EGTS being, you know, expert. And we're in the grand finals here in NSATT. RJ going to the tech pick now. No mod 2. Seems like RJ is really staying within the realm of no mod for this match. So we got tech. Tech interrupted by about a minute of calm, don't break your accuracy, which is useful in its own right, but a little bit too long maybe for this song. If I were RJ, I would definitely want to pick up a point at this point. Going into further deficit is going to be really damaging to just momentum in general. Definitely want to interrupt the momentum earlier rather than later. And especially if you start off with a break point, this is really the point where you want to say, okay, yeah, nope, you know, that was, let's regroup. This could be RJ's regrouping moment. RJ found some misses at the beginning, but he is playing remarkably steady now. Just found a 100 after a long time of pretty good accuracy, but Chiba once again just absolutely nailing the map. 99.7 accuracy. The goal here is do not drop accuracy if you don't need to. Chiba does have the room to do so. A 50,000 point lead over RJ for now. We do have one more tech section that's coming after this. Either player really finding any drops here. Chiba with a 100. Notable because of how well Chiba is playing this map. Still at 99.71 now. 72. Just kidding. A miss from Chiba there. How much leeway will this give RJ going into the last section? None, because he's gonna find a miss. RJ with a miss here at the end of the map. Chiba securing his second break point on RJ, bringing the match to 4-0. The ball is back in Chiba's court for the next pick. Has 3 more points to win in order to secure second place. RJ facing the third place here. Still a respectable run regardless for either player of how this match turns out. Both of these players guaranteed podium for this tournament. RJ facing down whether is he going to get third place or whether he's going to get second. Second place slipping further and further away. Chiba picking Hard Rock 2. Gonna get this this nice Hard Rock map. Hoping our tournament client does its thing. I might have to import this just in case. Yep, might have to go for the manual import here. All right, we're having a certified Osu moment here, so we're going to restart the client real quick. Because the client refuses to download Yongin's map. It must be a Yongin issue. Okay, so the client's just refusing to even entertain the idea of downloading Youngkin's app because I have imported it 4 times now and it continues to update, including a restart, by the way, as you guys just saw. So that's fun. We love when the map works like this for the client, like it's supposed to. This is a great song too. That's the worst part, is we're missing a fantastic song. The map is not even showing up here, having imported it multiple times. Boy, I love Osu supplies. I love them. So we'll look at the MP link in a second. Alright, that pick went to Chiba, 1,046,802 to RJ, 764,791. So hopefully following that, the client will no longer ruin this stream. That's really annoying when that happens, by the way. Yeah, absolutely riveting gameplay. We had a client restart. I imported the map into both clients twice to make sure it wasn't just a client thing. Just an absolutely wonderful, fully functional client that we can deal with at all times. So that's just great. Down to back to Arby's pick though. He does pick an absolute banger. Okay, wait, now I'm scared because the same song is still playing, even though it's showing that Fallen World is just... There's no way the client does this twice. We're gonna give the stream or the client one more restart just in case, because I'm not having this happen twice. It is showing the difficulty, which is a good sign, but I'm still just afraid at this point. There we go. Okay, we're good. We are good, ladies and gentlemen. This time we will actually see this riveting gameplay, and it will be riveting. Very happy about that. Boy, I just love OC stuff. I'm just gonna double check that I did it for both. If this happens again, okay, we're good.
I no longer trust you.
I mean, I never have trusted it in the first place, but I should be.